Hey guys, so today I was asked to talk to you about social media, and I wanted to give you guys some of my tips and what's worked for me, some things I've learned from Ashley or other leaders in Beachbody, and even some things I learned at Summit last year because they have some of the best advice there. So social media is probably one of the most important things for us when we run this business. That's where our business thrives, and that's where people find us for the most part. So you really want to make sure that when people go to your like page or go to your personal page, they know what they're seeing and who they're going to be relating to. You really want them to get to know you as a person and make them want to be your customer. What I want you guys to do today is think of 3 things that you will be a resource for someone that comes to your page. Example, for me, the 3 things that Ashley has often said that I'm known for when people go to my page is I'm a military spouse, I love my dog, and I'm fit and fancy, so I tend to be really girly. Obviously, we're all into fitness, but you want them to be able to relate to you with other things as well. For instance, Ashley, she loves her dog. She's really into recipes and obviously just super fit. And the other leader in this group, Emily, she has 2 kids. She just got in awesome shape after her 2nd kid, and she leaves all excuses behind for all those and helps all these moms out there that don't think they can get back into shape after having babies. So I would say that all 3 of us, Emily, Ashley, and I, are pretty different, and so we're all going to have pretty different audiences. And that's why you need to really share with people not just fitness tips, not just exercises and Beachbody stuff, but more things about you. You want people to be able to come to your page and know about you and say, oh, she's a military spouse too, so I'm going to follow her. I think that's really important. And you really need to think when you go to your page, ask yourself, would you follow you? Really do. Ask yourself, would I follow myself? Do I give enough information? Am I always salesy? Am I boring with my posts? Ask yourself, would you follow you? And one way to figure that out is I challenge you to take someone, and your family could be a family member, could be a friend, your husband, whatever, and have them go to your like page and then have them write down in the first 10 seconds, what did they see? Did they see something that inspired them? Did they see something that would want to make them come back for more? And that's a really good test to see if, you're doing what you want to do, because you may always think that you're posting the right stuff, but your audience may think otherwise. So I challenge you to write down 3 things that you're a resource for other people, besides just fitness. And then also have someone, look at your like page and in the first 10 seconds, write down what they see, and what you bring to the table. Another thing is anyone in the Beachbody world, or just any customers that want more info on Beachbody, can really just look it up themselves. You have to remember that. Anyone can Google Shakeology. Anyone can Google P90X. So you want them to have a reason to go to you. By doing that, it's really important to be vulnerable and share your story. And I challenge you to share something really scary, because if it scares you, if you think that it's scary yourself, then other people are really going to respect you for sharing that story. Not everyone wants to come out and say that, when they're supposed to be a coach, that they just lost 20 pounds. But that inspires people, because it's hard to relate to someone who is always, who comes across as perfect. So really just share your story, and don't just assume that people know your story because, you told them when you first started. Share it and remind them constantly. An example for not being a perfectionist, I always laugh and tell my coaches when I'm trying to train them, is one of the posts that I got the most likes on when I first started off coaching was when I admitted that I just ate like 10 Oreos. And to me, that was so silly. I'm like, why do people care so much? But they thought it was awesome because I always shared about, being fit and always working out. But they were like, this girl is real. She eats Oreos and she doesn't just eat one. So be real is what I'm saying. I I shared this in our last post about just being helpful for free, sharing recipes, exercises, and you want people to know and trust you because you aren't just out there to get their money. You want to help them in any way you can. But just make sure to always have thick skin, because in this business, we're going to win some and we're going to lose some. And there's going to be people on the back of the computer screen behind the keyboard that are going to really try to get under your skin. So just really have thick skin. Don't let people get the best of you, because you're going to get people and you're going to lose some people. So do not let one person just completely take over. And one of the last things is I really learned about the best times to post. Ashley taught me a lot about this, and I learned some at Summit too, but there is a prime time to post, and at Summit they said it was between 7 and 9 a.m. and 7 and 9 p.m. Make sure you're posting around 3 times a day, one of them being Beachbody. I'm sure you've heard us say this a million times, and the other ones can be whatever you want. You don't have to always have it be Beachbody. In fact, you don't want it to be all about Beachbody. But whenever I go to post like a before and after to get sales or something, I always post 7 to 9, because that's when most of my audience is out behind their computer, they're home from work, and that's when they're checking their Facebook. And the last thing is you really want to make it about your customer. Don't always make it about you. You never want to play the victim. You want people to look at you and say, that person is so positive, no matter what they've been through. Because people look up to positivity. So when you're talking to a customer or, you're writing, you want to help them. You're not trying to get Success Club. Don't post, I'm trying to reach my next goal. That's important, but you want people to think it's all about them, because people love that. So just remember that consistency is key. Don't give up on this. I wore my Never Give Up shirt today for you guys. And the homework, I'll be adding a little bit more, but write down the 3 resources that you are for your audience, and have someone look at your like page and tell you what they see in the first 10 seconds. Thanks.